Hello folks. Hey, by the way, thank you for all those who wrote to me with those comments regarding setting up an online studio with webcam, etc. One of the thoughts I have had was that if anybody's going to do this with me, what they're going to need to have is a separate webcam from their laptop. In other words, not a webcam that's built into the laptop, because you can't get the angle. You're going to angle the camera on the top bit of the screen down onto your work. You'll find that you won't be able to see the picture of me on the other end in your screen, so you actually need a separate webcam, which actually is probably better because it means that you can just keep your laptop just that little bit further away from the wheel, if you know what I mean. Keep it cleaner. But once it's set up, there shouldn't be really too much need to actually touch your laptop. I know a lot of people have written to me and they're, oh, I don't want to get my laptop dirty, I don't want to, you know, get dust on it, or, well, I don't know what to say to that, but I mean, I bring my laptop down here into the studio and I don't get too precious about it. You know, a lot of people get very precious about their laptops. Well, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just if you keep it a fair distance away from the wheel, you won't get it dirty anyway. Just a thought. Hey, what am I doing? I'm just kneading up a little bit of clay because I wanted to make, I don't know if I've ever made these before here on YouTube, but I wanted to make some more decorating wheels. You know, those, one of the nice things about clay, isn't it, is that we can impress clay. You know, one of the things that we can do with clay, of course, as we know, is we can, here's a bowl for example, we can flute clay. In other words, we can scratch it, we can dig it out. That's one thing we can do, but another thing that's very nice that we do is to impress clay. Something I very much like doing is impressing clay. It lends itself so nicely, doesn't it, to be impressed. Here's another example of impressing clay. You see that I did, of course, with the wooden spoon, didn't I? Remember? This fella up here. You whack it with that spoon, you see, and that leaves the impression of the spoon right there in the side. In other words, impressed. Not scratched, but impressed. So, some of the, in Spain I've got some of these like little wheels, you know, and you roll them onto the side of a pot, and it gives a nice impression. And you can put an impression. You can make the impression first. There's something that's always surprised me, and that is, you know, if you get something, a tool, even just your simple seal that you use to seal the bottom of your pots, you take a little bit of clay and you scratch out a little design in it, let it go hard, and then you impress it into the soft clay. You think, wow, look at that, it looks, you know. In other words, what I'm saying is, it looks, you may not think when you're doing it like you're scratching it's going to look very good, but once you come to impress it in the clay, you'll be surprised how good it looks. That's what I'm trying to say in a roundabout way. Well, anyway, in order to make these decorating wheels, or as my good friend Guy Wolf up there in Connecticut says, hi Guy, I think he calls them Coggles. Coggles is probably, I don't know if that's an old English term for these little wheels. Anyway, whatever they're called, I'm going to make some. So let's get the wheel, the camera facing down on the wheel there. Actually, what I'm going to do is, we don't need a lot of close-up detail on this, but because I'll just zoom it in a bit, like that, or maybe a bit closer. Oh, telling me the batteries is low on this camera. Look, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to be able to finish this clip because the battery is playing up. So look, I'll continue this very shortly once I've charged the battery, probably a bit later. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know why that is showing like that. I had it on charge yesterday, so I'm going to make a cut here, but we'll continue when I charge the battery. Until then, keep practicing. I'll see you very soon. Dear oh dear.